Hello and onegaishimasu. This is going to be a little bit of an unscripted video because I didn't have enough time to put together a full-length video on something that I wanted to talk about at length. So, I hope you stick with me and my talking head while I describe pretty loosely what the project of this channel is going to be. Now, I've had this idea for a while that I wanted to, well, add to the YouTube karate community. There doesn't seem to be a lot of us out there, and while those of us who there are, like, amazing people whose content I aspire to, one day come close to in quality, the thing is, there's not enough for somebody who's really obsessed with the art, as I feel everyone totally should be, to really dive into it. So that's what I'm here for. Now, I'm saving the personal history for a little bit later, so I'm not going to go over 100% of my credentials as a karateka yet. But suffice it to say that I have been doing this for a while. I started in 2002, and, well, it's been a wonderful time ever since. But the thing is, over the last couple of years, I've started to get interested in more than just the practical aspects of karate, more than just the punches, more than just the kicks, more than even just the history that I had to learn for my black belt test. I started thinking, why is it there's somebody out there who goes into depth about things and thinks way too hard about all this various kind of stuff that I can watch and that I can say, I agree with that. Well, since there doesn't seem to be such a person, I decided to become that person. I've always had kind of this tendency to think way too hard about things, just in general, and in fact, people who've known me as I've been growing up will have a whole bunch of stories about me going around trying to discuss various things with either anybody who's present who's able to talk, or should there not be anyone who's willing to have a discussion about the finer points of philosophy with me, I've been known to have these conversations out with myself. And pretty recently, over the last 5 or 6 months, I've started to really become interested in that side of YouTube where people professionally think way too much about things. And so, that really gave me an inspiration to finally go ahead and make this a reality and to do what I've always hoped that I would be able to do if I ever started making videos. Hopefully, going forward, the schedule will be that I will release something every Friday. I will try my best to never do a project that I don't think adds to the community, either the karate community, or the philosophy community, or the weird people talking at cameras about interesting things community, because I don't really want to make that kind of low-effort content. Now, I want to also say, I think research is very important, both in life and in karate specifically. That means, as much as I can, I will always have 4 or 5 at the least relevant sources or further readings or other videos that I think it might be interesting to watch down in the descriptions of all of my videos. I'm also going to be linking to a whole bunch of different sources on philosophy and on various thoughts. Now, you may notice that the footage is not actually the worst, and it's not shot on a cell phone. I am fortunate enough to be home for another week and a half, and while I'm home I have access to some really good camera equipment. However, I've got to be honest, I don't have the money to purchase the same kind of camera that I'm recording on now for my own personal use. Expect that in a couple of weeks the quality of the video recording is gonna take a little bit of a drop as I become forced to work on my cell phone or on a microphone that is not entirely up to spec. And I'm gonna try and do as much of my recording while I can here so that I don't run into this problem in the future. Anyways, thank you so much for the few of you who have currently subscribed, the few of you who have currently watched my videos, who have liked. I don't think anybody's left any comments on the main stuff yet. And please, please keep coming back for more. Like this video if you feel like you have enjoyed it some. And please subscribe to this channel. There's going to be a lot more stuff coming. There's a lot of stuff I'm excited to talk about, some things that I'm probably going to be shooting as soon as I turn off the camera and go and get some props that I have in my brain for things that I want to do. I've also got a couple of interesting scripts in the work. It's going to be fun. I hope that you'll join me on this journey through the way of the martial arts. Thank you, and arigatou gozaimashita. I'm also probably going to cut a lot of this video, so I can say things that I don't entirely intend to include in the final cut, just so I can get them out of my mouth.